Honestly, I was only pooping like a couple times a week, and I thought that that was normal, but it's not normal. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Donicia, a pharmacist who had 15 fibroids removed last year. On this channel, I talk all about healing from the inside out. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get rid of excess estrogen. If you've dealt with fibroids, hormone imbalance, or estrogen dominance, you know that too much estrogen can cause a list of issues. But did you know that the body has natural ways to remove excess estrogen, like through your gut? So let's talk about your poop. So what is estrogen dominance? Estrogen dominance is basically when you have more estrogen than progesterone and the levels are really off. And so when you experience things like this, you can have increase in fibroid growth, hormone imbalance, things like heavy or painful periods, PMS symptoms like tender breasts and bloating. So these are just some of the ways that estrogen dominance can appear. So our bodies are designed to get rid of extra estrogen naturally. This is through our gut, this is through our liver. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of your body well enough where these systems are working properly. So one of the first things that the functional medicine practitioner told me was, we need to work on your gut, because I was not pooping daily. So one of the things that I realized was that I was pooping probably a couple times a week or so. I'm even embarrassed to say that, because how is that possible? The goal is to be pooping daily, every single day. And when you understand this, you can also help understand how you need to be eating or things that you need to be doing to help your body do so. So one of the things that I had to implement was eating more fiber. Oh my goodness, I had to increase fiber in my diet. So now I start eating oatmeal every morning. I try to include chia seeds, hemp seeds, blueberries, grainless granola, things that are fiber rich to really help get more fiber in my diet. I also started taking a probiotic. So this helps to increase the good bacteria in your gut. A lot of times, if you're eating a lot of processed foods or if you're eating things that aren't really beneficial to your gut microbiome, it can cause an increase in the bad bacteria. And this is where you can see the bloating. This is where you can start seeing the constipation and things of that sort. So I started taking a probiotic to really help add in more of the good bacteria to decrease the bad bacteria. So that way my gut can function to the best of its abilities. I also had to increase the amount of water I was drinking. I'm still struggling with this and I'm still trying, but drinking water is so important to help get things moving. If you're dehydrated, it slows down your gut, and so it can cause constipation and things of that sort. I also started eating a lot more fruits, apples, oranges, like things like that. Because I am taking iron supplements, I also had to increase my vitamin C just so that way it helped to decrease my constipation. I was told this trick a little while back of when you take your iron, eat an orange after. This helps to increase absorption and it also helps to decrease the constipation. So if you're taking iron and you realize you're getting constipated and bloated, try adding in some citrus and see if that helps with the constipation. So the next thing I want to talk about is supporting your liver. This is the organ that focuses on detoxing the body of all the things that don't need to be in there. So one of the things that it's really important to be mindful of is the foods that can cause backup in the liver. This is like alcohol, excess processed food. These are things that are not the best for your liver health. And so that's why it's really important to detox. And so eating things like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, drinking a lot more water, avoiding processed food and alcohol. These are all things that your liver loves, and this can also help make sure that it's functioning to the best of its abilities. So I try to incorporate broccoli in almost every single meal. I probably eat it like every other day or so. and just drinking a lot more water. I add lemon to my water because they say that it's helpful with detoxifying your liver. So I try to drink lemon water throughout the day to really help get things going properly, especially my liver, because the liver also helps to detox your body from extra estrogen, especially if you are estrogen dominant. So one of the things to also understand is that not just what we put in our body can affect our hormones, but also the things that we put outside our body topically that can affect our hormone. And these are things that are hormone disruptors. So I started to realize that the air fresheners that I would have plugged into my apartment, or the perfumes that I would wear, or the soap and lotion that I would use on my body, it actually contained things that are endocrine disruptors. And so I started to realize, like, let me switch out my products and start using more natural based ingredients. So for example, and I'll make another video about this, but I switched out my soap and I stopped using, like, just regular bar soap and body washes from like popular stores. And I just use basic Castile soap to wash my body. And honestly, I don't have any issues. I stopped using certain deodorants. I tugged out all those air fresheners in my apartment, and now I just use essential oils in a humidifier. So there's a lot of different things that you can do to help decrease the amount of endocrine disruptors that you're putting on your body. Because although it might seem like, oh, but it's just on my skin, our skin is the largest organ in our body. So if you're lathering your body with things that have endocrine disruptors, it definitely can get absorbed. So you want to make sure that you're being mindful about reading ingredient labels to see, like, honestly, my rule of thumb is when I'm shopping and if I'm reading the ingredient list and I can't understand like 90% of the things, I just put it back on the shelf. I really just try to look for things that I'm like, oh, I know what that is. I know what coconut oil is. Okay. And just really stick to natural, organic things as opposed to all these ingredients and chemicals that I can't even pronounce. Honestly, once I found out I had fibroids, I had no idea that my gut and my liver health were so crucial in part of my healing journey. And so once I started including more fiber, changing how I eat, I started pooping every single day. And I noticed that whenever I go out to eat and like I eat things that are typically not part of my diet, I don't poop every day. So I've really just been paying attention to my body and understanding what foods I should be eating and what foods I shouldn't be eating, with the ultimate goal of pooping every single day to get those excess estrogens out. It's something that you would have never connected to fibroids, but it's a way that can definitely help in your healing journey. I hope that this video was helpful. Please comment below if there's things that you learned about this video or things that you want to share that could be helpful for everyone. And if you found this helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Let's do this healing journey together. So until next time, stay healed and whole. Bye, everyone.